economic hardship and to the continuation of its pariah status.
The Clinton administration would like to shut down North Korea's nuclear program, but today that country said it would never allow outsiders to derail its nuclear plans.
The heavy shelling continued today in Rwanda, but there was a small bit of promising news. UN soldiers took advantage of a lull in the fighting and evacuated nearly 700 civilians from a hotel in Kigali. The civilians had been trapped for weeks. Thousands of people are still stuck in a nearby stadium. And in Russia today, Alexander Solzhenitsyn held his first news conference since returning from 20 years in exile. He also visited a market in Vladivostok. Solzhenitsyn said he wants to help his homeland through meetings and public activity, but has no plans to run for office. He also said Russia is still far from democracy and has not begun any real economic reforms.
On a lighter note now, back at home, what do you do when you can't find the clothes you like to wear in stores? You design your own. That's what an enterprising Minneapolis pair did. Now their clothes are sold in all 50 states, exported to 11 countries, and worn by the rich and famous. And today they opened their first retail store in Uptown. Raylan Story reports.
I refuse to make anything that I don't think is cool.
It's fun, it's silly, it's, it's sexy, it's something I really enjoy doing.
Bill and Molly never dreamed they'd be designing clothes, but 2 years ago, Thump got started, and their 70s-inspired styles took the nation by storm.
It started as a really small local Minnesota thing, and now it's just exploded.
Thump's expanded, and Molly's developed a line of clothes for women called Tasty.
I think it's flirtatious, yet not, overtly sexual like some of the other women's lines.
For the summer season, ultra-tiny tees take center stage in the Tasty line. Worn with baggy pants, it's a comfortable, casual look that screams fun. And remember those Kiss concert t-shirts every mother hated? Well, they're back, along with polar fleece bikinis and Daisy Duke-style halter tops. And if you want to make a splash at the company barbecue, Molly's got just the thing.
This is one of our newest pieces. It's an outrageously short A-line mini in picnic vinyl. I'm inspired by my, 70s suburban childhood, so I think a lot of other people find comfort in these clothes because they have the same experiences.
We're constantly working on new ideas. We don't have one particular, theme for Thump Incorporated.
Tacky? Maybe. Experimental? Definitely. But there's no denying demand for these daring duds has never been higher. In Minneapolis, Raylan Story, 4 News at 10.
Thump Incorporated is expected to bring in more than $1 million in sales this year.
Well, there's a new antique of sorts in a city known for them, Stillwater. Today, after more than 60 years, the trolley car began running again along the St. Croix River. The route connects the north end of the town with the south end. The owner says for $1.50, you can have a fun ride while avoiding the heavy traffic.
Stillwater has a parking problem, which every guest knows. And the north end of town has a nice big 100-vehicle parking lot, and we have an 80-vehicle parking lot, and nobody parks down here. Yet they have congestion at the south end of town.
Now visitors can leave their car, hop the trolley, and hit the town.
It really makes sense, fits in with that feeling in Stillwater.
Perfect thing to get on, I think, and then do your antiquing downtown, coming off of an antique.
Suppose they have room to load up those antiques on board, huh?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll allow you to load up a couple of antique beds and chests. We'll have to ask
the
them.
next time.
Much ahead on your news.
In just a couple of minutes, we'll see how buggy things have become at the Minnesota Zoo. And later in sports, the Twins keep the bats going as they make a move on second place. RJ will be here with the highlights.
You're watching 4 News Tonight.
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. This weekend, you've got the time, and Builder's Square has everything else at great square deal prices. Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
Today we'll have clear skies, no precipitation, so it's going to be a beautiful day.
You won't care if you have the only pickup in its class with 4-wheel drive and 4-wheel ABS. The GMC Sonoma. It's weather resistant. again. It's your GMC truck dealer. Because right now, they're offering cash back on the GMC Sonoma. And that's some serious green. So see your dealer today.
Okay. Greatest Twins player ever.
Carew.
Harmon. Hackett. Best looking twin.
I'm staying out of this one.
Castino. Erickson.
Ew.
Greatest play.
Puck's home run, Game 6, 91.
Allison's catch, Game 2, 65.
It's Kirby Puckett Hologram Card Day, presented by Target, Monday, May 30th. For tickets, call 33 Twins.
Best nickname.
T-Rex.
Disco.
Good.
Hi, I'm Mike Pace, your Powerball host. You know, no other Minnesota State Lottery numbers game gives you as many ways to win as Powerball. Twice a week, we draw for a jackpot prize of $2 million or more. But there are also $100,000, $5,000, and $100 prizes. In fact, every time you play Powerball, you have 9 ways to win. Select your own numbers or ask your retailer for a Powerball Quick Pick. Powerball, with 9 ways to win from the Minnesota State Lottery.
You can't explain love. Obsession. Calvin Klein. Your gift with any $35 Obsession purchase at Dayton's.
If you have a news tip, call 333-WCCO.
What it eats? Rotting fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. Minnesota Zoo opened its big bug exhibit today, and the Atlas beetle was just one of the stars of the show. More than 1,000 exotic creatures will be on display through Labor Day. I think I'll pass on that one, but I did notice on the windshield today, this was the first day that I really had problems seeing because of deceased bugs all the way
over
across.
The windshield.
Yep.
Sign of summer in Minnesota. Matt, did you spot any big bugs, any mosquitoes out in
no.
Lake Phalen?
Oh, no, not really too many. Hopefully this weather won't bug you, though, for the rest of the weekend. We will have some thunderstorms from time to time. Now, if you spent 3 or 4 hours this evening looking out to the northwest sky, you'd see some of these thunderstorms rolling in tonight. But on a night like tonight, why would you do that? You wouldn't. That's why we have the sky view replay for you to show you. As the sun goes down here, the first thing you'll notice along the horizon, some high clouds that start to move in, and then you'll start to see some of those billowing cumulonimbus, some of those heaping clouds on the horizon there. As they come in, there they go. They're just beautiful. These are the thunderstorms that are heading in our direction. We'll be seeing them probably in the next few hours. In the meantime, the high today, 83. This morning's low was 59. We have had no precipitation as of yet. The normals are 73 and 50. Right now outside it's partly cloudy, 74 degrees. We've dropped 6 degrees since 6 o'clock. A pretty stiff south wind right now at 16, and the relative humidity 32%. Temperatures outside very mild still, mainly 60s and 70s, a few 50s up to the north, also 54 right now up in Duluth. What we are watching, though, is a line of thunderstorms along a cold front that started out in the Dakotas earlier today. It's been making its way off toward the east. That front now is making its way through Minnesota. Ahead of this front, that's where we're getting the pretty stiff south wind right now at about 16 miles per hour. And earlier today, those thunderstorms started out in the Dakotas, and as the front has moved into Minnesota, you can see that line of thunderstorms that's been filling in along that frontal system. A live picture right now of our storm tracer will show you some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms embedded in here still up to our northwest and also out to the west. In addition to plenty of rain and 1-inch hail that was reported at 8:15, they've also had some lightning with that. We'll show you our flash forward lightning detection system that we use to track these thunderstorms as they move west to east. By their lightning strikes, you can see a lot of lightning generally through the western part of the state. And as these thunderstorms continue to move in our direction again, there's the possibility we'll see some of that lightning as well, and we'll have a few rumbles of thunder a little later on tonight. In the meantime, as this front moves on, let me zoom out here and show you a wider picture of what's going on across the west. The next storm system is way out in the Pacific Northwest right now, and as it moves in, how will it affect your holiday weather? Well, it's all in the timing, that's for sure. This front is going to move through and give us a chance of thunderstorms overnight tonight. Most of tomorrow will be between storm systems, so the bulk of the day tomorrow should be pretty nice. Then this next storm system should move in tomorrow night and into Memorial Day, so we'll have the possibility for some scattered showers then. Again, if we're going to get thunderstorms on this holiday weekend, and we will, the best chance is probably going to happen sometime overnight, both nights, and that's probably the best time to get them. As this frontal system moves through, we'll have the thunderstorms tonight. They should move out pretty quickly in the morning, and again, most of the day tomorrow should be pretty nice with partly cloudy skies behind this system, and temperatures pretty close to where they were today, 70s to the north and 80s to the south. So your forecast for the rest of the night tonight, some thunderstorms a little later on, 60 degrees for low. We'll have a south wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then tomorrow, some thunderstorms in the morning, otherwise becoming partly cloudy. High temperature of 82, a west to southwest wind at 5 to 15. Then tomorrow night, more scattered thunderstorms on the way. It'll be breezy, 58 degrees for low temperature. And on Memorial Day, a chance of those thunderstorms sticking around with a high temperature of 81. Won't be an all-day severe weather event on Monday, but we'll have a few thunderstorms out there. And temperatures cooler for the balance of the week, a little drier as well. Highs will be in the low 70s and overnight lows in the 50s. Earlier tonight, as you may recall, we were out at Lake Balen. This was their first day that they were opened up. This was a lifeguard that we talked to, Don Barth, and you can see he was not wearing much sunscreen there, and he was wearing a cap. He's got that little line across his forehead. He was wearing baby oil. I don't know if you heard that before.
I heard that.
This is just a reminder for you to wear your sunscreen if you're going to be outside there. So keep that in mind, and he'll probably have to be wearing a hat for the next 3 or 4 days.
He didn't mind being an example.
No, he didn't. He was a very good sport about it,
An
although I would
advocate for
imagine right now he's probably got a red face.
Yeah.
About the whole thing.
Baby oil.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody used baby oil anymore, but I guess they do. All right, thanks, Matt. Dennis Green of the Minnesota Vikings is making a name for himself not only as a coach, but also as a fishing expert. Today he was at Lake Minnetonka for the second annual Dennis Green Invitational. It's a catch-and-release bass tournament to raise money for the Minneapolis Boys and Girls Club. Coach Green also got help from some of his players who know that when your coach tells you to catch a fish, you make sure you come back with a bucket full.
Your weather has been sponsored by Space Guard High Efficiency Air Cleaners. Nobody makes clean air easier.
Some people say they've seen them flying around, but I've got pictures. Well, sure, they're small. Fly right up your nose, wreak havoc with your sinuses. That's why I invented this intradomicile microparticle snatcher. Come to Papa.
There's an easier way to rid your home of irritating dust and pollen. Space Guard High Efficiency Whole House Air Cleaner.
There goes another one.
Space Guard. Nobody makes clean air easier. Look for our name in the yellow pages under air cleaning.
Jim Munoz isn't a First Bank customer just because they gave him his first checking account, or the car loan that he wanted, or the school loan that he needed. Jim's a First Bank customer because they gave his dad the business loan that he needed to grow the company and hire the right talent to make it prosper.
Do I like ice cream? My friends call me half pint, and it's not because of my size. I am an ice cream snob. Right away, I thought, healthy choice, but I was shocked. Chunks of brownies, chocolate-covered almonds, caramel, cappuccino, chocolate chunks. It's rich, creamy, with only 2 grams of fat. It's a miracle. With healthy choice low-fat ice cream, I eat what I like. Yeah, non-stop.
I expect to get a lot out of my next new car. I expect it to come with features that I find important. And I expect to be able to get it on my terms, at a price I'm willing to pay. Oh, did I mention I want this car today?
See your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealers for your special value Corsica today.
Well, it's not over until it's over, right, Yogi?
That's right.
Never is with the Twins either. This is one I thought we had in the old hip pocket.
In the
Twins
bag.
yes, the Twins are up 8-2 in this one. Suddenly it's 8-8, folks, in the 8th. Gone to the 9th now. Bizarre game to say the least, but as Twins games go, really it is also quite typical. 8-2 lead suddenly becoming 8-8. Here's the play that allowed the Twins to score 3 runs on an apparent out. Dave McCarty's grounders misplayed, and it gives the Twins not 1, not 2, but 3 runs, an 8-2 lead in the 5th inning. Well, Detroit kept chipping away. It was pinch hitter Kurt Gibson who belts a 3-run homer to tie the score at 8-8 in the 7th. Ironically, today is Gibson's 37th birthday. The pinch hit ties it. Carl Willis not happy, and it is, as we said, in the 9th. Round the horn, the American Boston game at Texas. Middle right, Bruce Hurst tossed 6 1/3 innings of no-hit ball against his former teammates. Mo Vaughn broke it up with a home run. Right now, it is 2-1 in the 9th, Texas leading. Cleveland, bottom right, won for the 8th straight time at home. Here's a scene a lot of baseball fans like to see. Mr. Popular, Ricky Henderson of the A's. Watch this. Dropping the ball. Yes, maybe his shade's a little too dark. Now, here's a ball that he might be able to handle. Take that, Ricky. Okay, National League, a story to tug at your heartstrings. Anthony Young of the Cubs, top right scorer. He lost 27 straight, a couple of years there. Set the record. He now has won 3 games in a row in a season for the first time in his career. Cubs beat Atlanta 9-2. Okay. Duck. Mike Lansing of Montreal didn't duck quickly enough, though, to avoid getting beamed by Marvin Freeman. That is why they wear helmets, folks. Lansing was not knocked out cold, but was knocked out of the game. And let us hope everything is okay. The Gopher baseball team is in the second round of the NCAA Atlantic 1 Regional in Miami. Tonight, the 4th-seeded Gophers playing 2nd-seeded Florida. And look at this. The Gophers crushed the Gators 12-2. Mark Marilla, a 3-run homer, is second of the tournament. The Gophers will play top-seeded Miami tomorrow morning at 11. Big game could go to Omaha. NBA playoffs, Eastern Finals, a disastrous, embarrassing performance by the New York Knicks. Patrick Ewing was 0 for 10, scored no points. The Knicks scored a playoff record low, 68 points, as the Indiana Pacers got back in this series, folks. The Knicks surprisingly led by 2 at the half, thanks to plays like this one. John Starks behind the back there to Charles Oakley. But Indiana's tall drink of water, 7'4" Rick Smits, took over in the second half. He hit from all over the floor. He had 14 points for the game. The Knicks, meanwhile, here's another one by Smits, a jumper there. The Knicks were scoring only 29 points in the entire second half. Reggie Miller has been a mouthpiece going into the series. He finally backed it up with a scoring spurt today, hitting over John Starks, ending with 14. Indiana wins it by 20, 88-68. Well, Michael Chang should bring his own mattress to France next year. He said the soft European mattresses have caused him back pain. That didn't keep him from putting on quite a show, great show, for the tennis fans at Roland Garros today. Down 2 sets to love. Chang in the far court charged back against Jamie Zaga of Peru, forcing a 5th set. The '89 French Open champ was 16-6 in 5-set matches. 6 were 2-set comebacks. However, Zaga was not impressed. He made Chang chase the drop shot. Chang wound up with a headache there for his effort. He had another headache after match point right here.
It's going to belong to the Peruvians.
Okay, well, the Saints' amazing inaugural baseball season is now a book. Rebel Baseball. When I come back, we're going to tell you all about it, so stay with us.
The time, 10 days only. The place, your Northland Ford dealer. The reason, Ford's big event. Your chance to save thousands on the best-selling cars and trucks in America. Save on Taurus, Escort, Tempo, Probe, Crown Victoria, even the sporty new Mustang. Just look for the special big event tags posted on every vehicle. It's the best time to save on the year's best selection. It's Ford's big event. Now through May 31st at your Northland Ford dealer. You don't want to miss it.
Values are important to us all as they relate to family and friends, co-workers, and you, our guests. Hi, I'm Tom Gigax. Speaking of values, we really got them this week at Tires Plus. A real 4th tire free sale. Buy 3 Clay Bears by Michelin at our everyday low warehouse price and get the 4th tire free. Hurry, sailing Saturday.
Low warehouse prices. Tires Plus. World-class service. Tires Plus.
When the action is this explosive, when your heart won't stop pounding, when the end is nowhere in sight, Harrison Ford is the fugitive. When the price is this low, it's gotta be Walmart. The suspense thriller of the year is just $15.96. There's no escaping it. The big movies and the big savings are at Walmart. Always the low price. Always.
Hi, I'm Mike Pace, your Powerball host. You know, no other Minnesota State Lottery numbers game gives you as many ways to win as Powerball. Twice a week we draw for a jackpot prize of $2 million or more. But there are also $100,000, $5,000, and $100 prizes. In fact, every time you play Powerball, you have 9 ways to win. Select your own numbers or ask your retailer for a Powerball Quick Pick. Powerball, with 9 ways to win from the Minnesota State Lottery.
Well, earlier this week, Rebel Baseball was a book that's issued to local bookstores. It chronicles last summer's smash hit, the St. Paul Saints. Mark Rosen has more on the hardball hardcover.
This is a wonderful country where a pig, a beautiful pig, admittedly, can be a cover guy. I mean, this is a great moment.
Of course, I think it would be a wonderful tribute to the Saints and to St. Paul, and certainly to the pig.
Well, sometimes you can tell a book by its cover. At the Hungry Mind in St. Paul, you can even find Rebel Baseball in the kitchen. Where else? So far, readers are eating it up.
People like to read about what's happening in their own backyard, and we have there's a lot of support in this community for local writers, and everybody wants to know about the Saints.
The pig is just one of many colorful images author Steve Pearlstein tried to put into black and white. With major interest in the miners, he timed his swing perfectly.
That emotion, that energy is hopefully is translated into the book. I think the timing is just right. I think you're right. 10 years ago, nobody would have been interested in this.
For some of this year's prospects, the book can act as a guideline to what to expect as a St. Paul Saint. The unexpected.
What happened was magical. This book is about something that happened by accident. The stars aligned and things worked out well.
Pearlstein set out to publish a diary, not become a Saint's mouthpiece.
I take exception to be called cold and calculating and some of the other things that he refers to me as. But in terms of a diary, I have to vouch for its accuracy. Do I like the portraits all the time? Not particularly. It hurt my mom's feelings.
Mark Rosen, 4 Sports at 10.
And as of this point, we have not heard from Mike Beck's mother, so stay tuned. Well, it may take a super effort, but Minnesota's Tom Lehman is in the hunt for the PGA Colonial Tournament at Fort Worth, Texas. Lehman dropped this, one of many par putts today, on the way to shooting a 69. But the hot shot of the day was Scott Simpson, who recorded this birdie and a record-setting 6 under par, 64. So look at that. And here's the leaderboard. If Gary Hallberg or Tom Lehman don't play well tomorrow afternoon on Channel 4, it may be a rerun of The Simpsons. Get that? Simpson is the leader, but
I'd like to get an autographed copy of this.
Yes,
I think that's
we'll have to get you one.
Yeah, okay.
Can I sign it for you? Forge it?
Wouldn't be quite the same, Mark.
A lot of great pictures in it also.
Tonight's sports have been sponsored by your Greater Metropolitan Lincoln Mercury dealers.
You probably expect a car that's big on standard features, big on power, big on safety, room, and comfort, to also come with a big price. But not Mercury Grand Marquis, because now it's just $19,990. Price isn't Grand Marquis' biggest feature. It's the best feature. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer now, because at just $19,990, supplies are getting smaller.
For 80 years, National Camera has had a lot to choose from.
Cameras,
Camcorders,
TVs, VCRs,
binoculars, even cellular phones.
Hello? Sony, Panasonic,
Minolta. You name it, they've got it. Not only that, but they have great prices.
This is a Sony TR-77. It's easy and compact, and I love it. I came here for the selection.
But you gotta love those prices.
It's spring-tastic.
It's Lindale Garden Center's Spring Savings Spectacular.
Our tremendous buying power means we've slashed prices on hundreds of items.
Lindale Garden Center has the largest selection of Weber grills and accessories in the country.
On sale this week, all Weber accessories.
25% off.
Plus, yard work is more fun with garden tools by Spear & Jackson.
Fine British-made garden tools.
This week only, all Spear & Jackson garden tools.
25% off.
Cutting prices, not quality.
It's Lindale Garden Center's Spring Savings Spectacular.
Prices good through Monday, May 30th.
The neighbor on the right is fertilizing his lawn. The neighbor on the left is mowing his lawn. The neighbor in the middle is doing both. thanks to the all-new Toro lawn care system. Start with the Toro Recycler More. Add on the new Mow and Feed spreader and fill it with Nurture, Toro's naturally based lawn food. Now you can mow and fertilize in one pass, leaving you time to put something more important on your beautiful lawn. See the revolutionary new lawn care system at these fine dealers.
Tonight, opening ceremonies were held at the State Theater for America-Japan Week. 1,500 artists, performers, and athletes have arrived in the Twin Cities to share their cultures with Minnesotans. Dignitaries are also here from our sister cities of Ibaraki and Osaka Prefecture. I helped MC the event with interpreter Mike Smart, and we learned about the Taisho Koto, an instrument that is a variation of the typewriter keyboard. We've had Ibaraki and Osaka Prefecture as sister cities since 1980. All kinds of events going on this week. Tomorrow is Ibaraki Day at the Minneapolis Institute of Arts.
Should be a fun week.
Very interesting week.
All right, one other note about something you might like to see. This Sunday, Channel 4 will present a special recap of our I-Team series, Missing the Beat. We'll rebroadcast the original reports, and then we'll run through the developments since then, and there have been quite a few. You can watch for that special at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, or 10:35 tomorrow night after our evening news.
Any last update on the weather? Storm
We
day?
have no watches or warnings at this time for the state of Minnesota, but we do have some thunderstorms on the way, and then tomorrow morning about 60 with some lingering showers, but most of the day tomorrow should be nice.
And Kirk Gibson has homered for the Detroit Tigers, who lead the Twins 9-8. They head for the bottom of the ninth at the Dome. I'm going to have to run over there and catch the last of that game.
Another home run?
Another one. That's his second. Life begins at 37. What can I say? It's his birthday. 2 home runs.
If it rains tonight, you just go home and read that.
I'll read Rebel Baseball tonight. Yes, good reading.
Okay.
And have fun looking at the pictures, it sounds like,
Yes.
too.
That's
We'll
what I
see you.
like
Thank you
about
so much for joining us.
Have a nice weekend.
Look at life larger now than I ever did before. I have a job I enjoy. I have a beautiful daughter. Certain things happen and people just help me learn. There's no boundaries, no barriers. We here at our store and all the Walmarts, we treat people how we want to be treated. And if you go out of your way a little bit, it comes back. There's a reason for me to be here, and maybe that's the reason. To help other people and to make someone's day a little bit better.
Easy Street. I'd like to live
on Easy Street. The people have two things in common: taking it easy and a lawn boy mower. It's easy to change from mulching to bagging. There's even a clever way to help you mow and fertilize at the same time.
Life is sweet for folks who live on
Lawn Boy,
Easy Street.
making it easier.
Here at my house, it's big news when my sister and I agree on anything, like new Genio Natural Choice Turkey, my discovery. We love the Natural Choice line because there are no artificial ingredients or hormones. We don't want our kids eating anything weird. They're weird enough already. Natural Choice comes out moist and tender every time, even at her house. You know, the more natural we can make our lives, the better we like it. So then what's with this hair color?
The new Genio Natural Choice Turkey line. A change for the better.
The Downtown Foot Patrol. Where have they been and how will they serve you in the future? Sunday.
Cinema CCO presents Murder One, starring Henry Thomas.